What up? What up? What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a while since I've been here. It's been a couple, been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna say a while and act like I was gone, like I usually be. Nah, I had to get school. School be kicking my butt sometimes. So I've been focusing on the school work. You know what I'm saying? So that and plus, the whole Charlie Kirk thing was wild. The internet was a buzz. I didn't want to come on with some misinformation and give the wrong information. So I decided, let me just keep my distance for a week. I don't want to be giving fake news, misinformation, and things like that. So I was like, let me take some time away. So I took some time away, and now here we are. President Remo Show, episode 702, 702. Um, yeah, we got things to talk about today. So Trump is planning revenge on um Trump is planning revenge on his opposition. So we're gonna talk about that. The Jackson Dart era is gonna start in New York with the Giants. I'm not a fan of the Giants, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Jackson Dart era starts. But I gotta share my thoughts on Russell Wilson because everybody said, "Oh no, no, no." So I gotta share my thoughts on the Russell Wilson. Am I the drama review? Cardi B's new album dropped. I gave it a listen today, and I'm gonna share my thoughts on what I think about that album. NBA Media Day is going around the league. The Knicks had theirs today, and I'm gonna share my thoughts on the Knicks and some other teams, and maybe who I think might win the NBA championship this year after the offseason moves. And last but not least, the Jets suck again. Same old Jets. So I'm gonna share my thoughts on that. So yeah, I think we got a cool little show today. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, appreciate you guys tapping in, the early movers and risers, the ones that come in early. You missed my little dance party in the beginning, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So with that being said, I guess let's move on to our first topic. Our first topic is Trump. Trump tells President Trump to some people, some of them, acting like I ain't your president, but that's your president, you know. But anyway, Trump, he took it at his ops. He basically hired this lady named Pam Bondi, right? Now Pam Bondi, she she's the attorney general, and she basically is the lawyer of all lawyers in America. I don't know where you watch it from, but yeah, in America. But anyway, so one guy resigned because it was just too much pressure. He was like, I don't really feel like going after people that I got a problem with. But you know what I'm saying? So what did Trump do? Trump hired his personal lawyer, someone that doesn't even do that type of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. But the person doesn't do that type of work at all. But Trump is on some, this is who I want to be my person. So hold on, let me bring up this article real quick. All right, so if you look here, it says this is the lady named Lindsay Halligan, right? She was sworn in as an interim U.S. attorney, so she the the U.S. attorney for at least 120 days. With this 120 days, what Trump is trying to do is he wants her to go after Letitia James, the attorney out in New York. He wants to go after James Comey, the former FBI director. It's like he's just wailing right now. He's not making any sense. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like that's illegal. You can't do that as the president of the United States, even though the U.S. attorneys work for you. The DOJ attorneys work for you. The DOJ stands for Department of Justice, for those that don't know. But when the DOJ lawyers, they work for Trump, but they can't just like prosecute anybody. You know what I'm saying? But Trump literally is on some whole, he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? He wants them to do whatever it takes to get his ops knocked down, gone, which is illegal in all aspects of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Trump doesn't realize is like he's not a dictator. Like, I get it. You want to be the forever president. You want to say that you did this. Like my man's went to the UN today. Now, for all those don't know, the UN is the United Nations, but they have a meeting every year, a little conference type thing. You know what I'm saying, where they all get together and talk business, talk shop. And Trump had a speech today there, and he sat there at the speech and just wowed on them. He told the UN that they're not really stopping the wars. He feels like he's the biggest peacemaker in the entire world. He deserves a Nobel Prize, or it's been floating around that he gets the Nobel Prize. And I had wrote some early. I was gonna do a little monologue, but I don't know. I kind of skipped it. But I wrote how if you give Trump the Nobel Peace Prize as a cult leader, then you might as well give it to Jim Jones. You might as well give it to Charlie Manson, because they had some really good quotes. I mean, they might not have been, safe. They might have killed some people. But if Trump is allowed to, you know what I'm saying, have his cake and eat it too, basically, because at this point, that's what he's doing. He's doing what he wants as president, and a lot of people are afraid. And I'm still one to believe in the government. I'm still one to believe that the government and the Constitution will will be right. Will the you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come through. Like, they're not just gonna let the president do what he wants. There's checks and balances, and I don't know. It kind of feels like right now he's doing whatever he wants. I know from people who don't really know, but a lot of stuff gets put in the headlines, but behind the scenes, there's judges that strike those things down and whatnot. Um, there's a lot of lawyers that's going to be put to the test right now to see if, you know, are you going to go with the oath of the United States, or are you going to go with Trump? Because, you know, when you get sworn in to be a U.S. District Attorney, you vow to hold the Constitution, and vow to not break that. And a lot of people are going to be put to the test. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Trump can say what he wants. He's a social media fiend. You know what I'm saying? He wants the attention. You know what I'm saying? Hence, that's why we're having a conversation about him right now. He wants the attention. And I don't I don't want to give him the attention. That's why I usually don't talk about him. But I feel like these things are important. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's able to bring charges against these people, then possibly that might be the end of our Constitution. Um, it was one reason I was looking forward to the rapture today, because I mean they told us the rapture was coming, and I know I'm a born again Christian. I love Jesus. I thought I was gone today. I was gone. I woke up and I was still here, and I was like, "Man, niggas lied to me." But it's all right. We got to deal with Trump in that case. But I do believe over the next 3 years, he's either going to ruin the world, or he's going to ruin the world. I don't think it's going to be the same world, not even just the United States. I don't think the world's going to be the same in 3 years. Um, I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I graduate college. I would hope there's a world after that. That'd be some crazy thing though, right? That I get my life together after all this time of me just struggling and things like that. And I finally get things together, and then the world ends. I'd be so disappointed. I'd be so upset, but it is what it is. Um, I don't know. There's some other news that's going around too. Couple countries I recognize Palestine as a state, meaning that they can be part of the United Nations and they can get certain protections. Um, and Israel's not happy about it. Trump's not happy about it either. I don't know. A lot of people aren't happy about it, but that's in the news. What else was in the news? There was something else in the news that I wanted to talk to you guys about before I left out of here. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. For those fans of Jimmy Kimmel will be back on the air, I believe, Wednesday night. But just not everywhere. If you live in a DC area or any area that's pro Trump, you probably aren't going to get the Jimmy Kimmel show. But if you know you live somewhere else, you can get it. And also, if you don't get it there, you can always watch it on Disney's products if you haven't canceled and unsubscribed because they got rid of Jimmy Kimmel the first time. But it is what it is. Moving on. Let's move on. In case you missed it, that's an old graphic. Big shout out to Sheena though. Me and Sheena used to do this show together, the wrap up. We did a couple shows together, but big shout out to her. She's doing her thing out there in North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Put your right just like a... Anyway, the Jackson Dart era has started in New York. Now, a couple weeks ago, all right, I want to show you guys this because, wait, not this. Let me get this going. Let me show you this real quick because people told me, they was like, oh, no, you shouldn't. So let's go to my little TikTok-y page. Now, this is what I said on TikTok a couple weeks ago.
Should the Giants sit Russell Wilson for Jackson Dart? I think they should have never signed
Look
Russell Wilson to begin with, in my opinion. It wasn't like he's a bad player or anything like that. I don't it's nothing like that for me. I just believe that Jackson Dart had a great preseason. Did everybody think he was going to be ready? Nah, nobody thought Jackson Dart was going to be ready yet immediately. You know what I'm saying? But he was. Should the Giants sit Russell Wilson?
I didn't think he was going to be ready either, but the boy was ready. And then you had, people over here in the comments. Austin, big shout out to Austin. You go check him out on TikTok. He said, nah, dog, just watch. Jackson Dart isn't what people expect. This is a Daniel Jones situation 2.0. And it could be. But you won't know unless you play the kid. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, last weekend, Russell Wilson goes off. Want to see the highlights? Let's go see the highlights. Why not? Let's not. Why not? Let's see the highlights of what Russell Wilson did last week because I had a whole show prepped up. I was going to talk junk about myself, but here, I didn't have to. Russell Wilson went off last week. So while I talk about this, we could watch these Russell Wilson highlights, okay? But then we have to ask ourselves this. Was it because they were playing the Cowboys? Was it because they were playing the Cowboys? Is that why Russell Wilson looked the way he did? But everybody want to jump at me and say, well, what were you talking last week? Well, this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. That's why Russell Wilson is not the quarterback anymore because you cannot play the Cowboys for 17 weeks straight. If that was a possibility, the Giants would be in the Super Bowl, okay? The Giants would be Super Bowl bound. I'm not going to say they're going to win the championship, but they will be Super Bowl bound if they can play the Cowboys every week. And the crazy thing about it is they actually lost to the Cowboys this game. Russell Wilson went crazy, and they still lost to this game. So, right now, the Giants are sitting at 0-3. everybody was like this week. I mean, Russell Wilson looked bad this week. He made some throws that, you know what I'm saying, I can't even make it Madden. You know what I'm saying? I can't make like I wish I could make it, but I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be honest with ourselves. We was looking for the Jackson Dart era. Not me personally. I'm not a Giants fan. I'm a Jets fan, and we're gonna get to that. As you see, that's on the menu. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about it. But um Jackson Dart, he unfortunately, he got a gauntlet to go against. He got, I believe, the Chargers this week, and then he got Philadelphia twice, and this is all within the first 5 weeks. So, to be honest with you, we either going to see Jackson Dart sink or swim right now. And Russell Wilson now he gets to sit on the bench, get paid a couple $1 million, go home to Sierra. You know what I'm saying? And don't gotta worry about getting hurt going into practice. You know what I'm saying? They probably bring him off the bench, maybe if Dart gets hurt or something like that. But I don't think Russell Wilson. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like all right, so a couple weeks ago when I did the show, and I was talking about Russell Wilson, I said Russell Wilson might not be done. But then after watching the game last night or Sunday night, I might have to say Russell Wilson is done. You know what I'm saying? Like he might just be done. All right. Like he just might be done. And it's sad to think about it because I thought I thought Jackson Dart was gonna be, special. I mean, not Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson. I thought Russell Wilson was gonna come to the Giants and actually put on. You know what I'm saying? Like make them at least relevant, make them better than last year. But the 0-3 start was in it. You know what I'm saying? So New York football is in a travesty. You know what I'm saying? The Jets suck. Man, let's just talk about that now. Like we're gonna skip a couple topics. We're gonna get to the Jets. We're gonna get this football out the way because I know what y'all came for. I know you came to listen to Cardi B and my thoughts on Cardi B. Probably. Maybe I just came to hear me talk. So appreciate all you guys though for shouting out. Thank you for sticking around, hanging out with me. Appreciate it. But the Jets, like I said, the Jets suck again. We 0-3 again to start the season. I'm disappointed. Why? Because I'm a Jets fan and it's just disappointing. Every single year, same thing. Every single year, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Every single year, the Jets look good for a couple plays a year. And people's gonna be like, "Oh well, they came back last year. They came. I mean, last on Sunday, they came back and they almost won the game. Almost doesn't count in the words of a great philosopher named Brandy Norwood. Okay, almost doesn't count. You can't almost win. You either win or you lose. There's not a column that says almost won. It's a W, is a L, and not an AL. So you got to be honest with yourself. We suck. Again, football to me, to be honest with you, if you don't hear me talk about football on this show for the rest of the season, it's because football is officially over for me again. Week 3, we're here. We haven't even reached October yet, and I'm already counting the season over. Do I believe the Jets could come back? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Me? My hope and faith in the Jets? No, I put my hope and faith in me. Okay, I believe in me, and you should believe in you. But do not believe in the Jets. Okay, do not believe in the Jets. That's my rant. That's that. That is someone that's heartbroken. and like when people be like, "Oh, I don't believe in love." This is how I feel about the Jets. I don't believe in them to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I would love for them to be successful, but I don't think that they can be successful. I think it's just something about them. Ever since Bill Belichick resigned on a napkin, I feel like the Jets have been terrible, and it's just what we're gonna be. Unfortunately, fortunately, we're just gonna be terrible, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right, there's nothing we're gonna do about it. Now, for you guys, I got a wholesome video for you guys. It's my wholesome video of the week. Okay, this is me trying to show you guys that, you know, even if you hate somebody, there's petty ways to get back at them. All right. A lot of people don't want to do the petty things. So this right here, this right here, I gotta preface the video before I play it. All right, so the video right here, right, is a band, a high school band, and I love Petty. I love Petty. It's a high school band right here, right? And they were told that they were playing too loud behind the visitors' bench or something like that. And the team got upset or whatever. So this is what they did. They went and got some kazoos and they did their thing. This is my type of petty right here. We'll put the instruments away. The marching band is playing on the gate, and they're playing kazoos. That's my type of petty right there. All right, now if you can't be petty like that, then I think, you know what I'm saying, at some point you might be just a little upset with life. All right. So I don't know. I got one more video to show you guys if it's okay. All right. So now we all know Cardi B's pregnant, right? So because of that, I'm gonna bring back this old video because if you know Stephon Diggs, like I know Stephon Diggs, like his teammates know Stephon Diggs. This is a great time to show you guys this video for those that don't know. So here we go. Let's enjoy this together.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man, no. We're going to leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stephon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I should date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Because he's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. Like, you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date this, is it? I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. It's the appearance. All right, who don't I want to date my sister? Weatherly.
Why Weatherly?
Because he's ugly. I knew that was coming. That was the problem.
He's hot. He's hot. Get the camera on him right now. He is hot.
And then Kirk Cousins is a mother effer for allowing that. But yeah, so with that being said, that's gonna be our segue into talking about Cardi B and her Am I the Drama? Big shout out to Cardi B. She just dropped her second album after 7 long years. And now I get to review it. I've been waiting for this moment because I was hoping, I had hope. See, there we go with that H word again, hope. Everybody always want to talk about hope. And I was hoping that this album was going to be good. And it might be good to some people. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm not a I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I like people was hyping it like, oh, it's better than Invasion of Privacy. And I was like, okay, I believe you. Let's do you. And I heard a couple snippets and I'm like, okay, that's a good track. Then I actually went and listened to the album this morning. I went and listened to the album for this exact purpose today. To be here, right? Now, there's this one song, I'm trying to find it for you. This is my favorite song on the joint. Oh, I gotta sign in. You know the vibes. I guess I'm not gonna play the song. Oh, actually, I could play the song because it's on TubeView. It's on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. I think I lost a couple people after I said I didn't like Cardi B album, but it's okay. It's okay. I like the song. I like this song right here. This joint right here. I'm gonna play a video. YouTube gonna strike me down.
Yeah, it's the motherfucking rims that's you heard. The shit these bitches be bragging about is like
I think this is the best
shit
song
I was
on the
doing
whole
in like
album.
2016 type shit. Like,
On the whole album.
you
Partly
bitches don't
because
even know
I'm
the
a
difference
Jay-Z.
between vintage and archive.
Partly because I'm a
Like,
Jay-Z fan. But this song right
yeah,
here,
look,
it's fire.
now I spit that other shit. Pretty motherfucker shit. Cardi B, every song platinum. I'm not the other bitch.
Alright, cool. But like I said, I would love to play the song and let you guys hear the whole song for those who haven't heard it, but you can go and like stream it. But I ain't trying to get like struck down. You know how YouTube is haters. But yeah, so that's my favorite song on the album. Okay. I think that song is classic vintage. Partly because maybe, like I said, I am a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty and I'm paid.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry. But maybe probably because I am a Jay-Z fan. You know what I'm saying? So I like that one. One thing I am pissed off about this album, and I gotta be honest about, I don't like the fact that you got songs on the album that was out 2 years ago. Like WAP. I don't know when WAP dropped, but how did it make this album? Is it just to inflate the numbers of the streams? Because that's insane. That is insane to me that that's even allowed. Because I think that. Anyway. Well, she probably gonna go number one this week. It's been a lot of like her press run has been great. And like I said, I got no hatred against Cardi B at all. Nothing against Cardi B at all. I just don't think the music is just that good. You know what I'm saying? Like occasionally she gets that where she gets the imaginary players like it's like Bodak Yellow. It was like occasionally you get that one. But then I was listening to the rest of the album and I'm like, I kind of see why she just be dropping singles. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think that's a great idea for artists. Like, I mean, unless you got under a label and you getting label money and they making you, forcing you to put out albums and whatnot like that, then that makes sense. But I think some artists should just stick to just dropping singles, especially if you could make the money back in singles because your joints be hits. Then do that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a whole album and this whole body of work as a whole together, it's a Cardi B album. It's messy. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's it's exactly what you would expect to hear from a Cardi B album. She got some bars on here. Occasionally she got a bar on here. Shout out to her and her writers. But it's exactly what comes in hip hop nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what I expect from hip hop nowadays. It's very microwavable. Like I guarantee you, give it by the end of the year, no one's gonna be talking about this album anymore. If this album somehow becomes album of the year and it beats like albums like the Clips, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, I don't that just lets you know where the state of hip hop is. Okay. But me personally, I don't think this album is the album that, like, if you weren't a Cardi B fan and you was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be the first album I listen to, and you listen to this, you're probably not gonna remain a fan. And that's just being 100% honest. Like, you probably like, there's moments, but there's, if you're a hip hop fan, if you're a rap fan, and you put this on and you say, okay, man, I'm gonna give this a shot, you're gonna be disappointed. And I was hoping for better, but like I gotta also remember, like, hip hop isn't hip hop that I grew up on. This hip hop is more like a pop hip hop. Like, let's just make records to party with, but lyricism is basically gone. So I wouldn't say it's dead, because there's still some rappers out there. There's still the Freddie Gibbs out there. There's still Questlove. I mean, not Questlove. Black Thought's still rapping. You know what I'm saying? You still got some other young boys that rap. Corday and them. You know what I'm saying? But I was disappointed. And like, I'm a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. So it's like, I always want the best for my city. And she's going to get the best. She's going to sell out. She's going to sell mad records. Mad people going to stream it. But I won't. I'm not listening to that thing again. Like, okay, like, there's this song too. Right? I think this was a standout track. Not everybody can do drill. Not everybody can rap drill. Like, that's a skill. I can't even do it. And I rap, but I tried. And I can't really do drill. But if she would have slowed it down, slow the beat down some, get into a pocket that you fit in, I feel like that could have been like that other joint she did from her first album. I can't remember the name of it. I'm trying to scroll. But yes, that's what I thought it could have been. When I heard the name of the song, Bodega Baddie, I was like, yeah. And then make it worse, it's only 2 minutes long. Not even 1:45. That's an interlude. So even when I get into it, like, it's over. And now we into the next song, and I'm just like disappointed. I didn't have none of them joints that I was like, oh, let me bring it back. No, there was a song on there that I actually thought was really good, and it was her open up. But I can't remember the name of it. Bear with me. That ain't it. Yeah. That ain't it either. It was one with the beat wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? The beat was kind of chill. And I thought I don't know. I can't remember the name of the song, but I think she was talking about Offset on it. And I like that because I felt like it was very open. And it's songs like that I like. So it's like, honestly, there's not every song on here that's bad. For me personally, okay, I am not a fan. All right. I'm not saying that you who listen to it might not enjoy the music. You might. But me, I'm not giving it a 5-star album. I'm not even giving it 4 stars. I'm not giving it 3 stars. It might be like 2.5, or something like that. Because the beats, I like the beats. You like the production of it. But it's a messy album. Like it starts somewhere and then it just ends somewhere. And then you got all these other things on it. And I know I'm a man and I shouldn't be talking about women things, but this is hip hop. I'm not talking about her personally. I don't care about what she does in her personal life. I don't care about who she's pregnant with. I don't care if she's divorced or not. None of that matters to me. What matters to me is the music. And the music is poop. Okay? Sorry, I can't even say poop. You can't give something a 2.5 stars and then say it's poop. But me, I'm a fire or basuda guy, okay? It's either fire or it's trash. In the middle, lukewarm, I could do with it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that this album is fire. It doesn't reach the fire peak for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's an album. But that's my thoughts on that. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings. I'm sorry if I lost any followers over it. But I don't like the album, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't like my music. You don't listen to my music. So why do I care? Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, make sure you go stream it. Go out there. Tap into In Modern Drama. Just dropped on Friday. You might like it. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to the next topic. We got the Knicks. We got NBA, just period. NBA is coming back, which I'm excited about. I'm a big basketball fan. I'm excited for San Diego State's basketball program because they're good. So I'm excited for what could possibly be this year. Big shout out to San Diego State football team too, because they pulled out a W. They pulled out a W on Saturday. They kept them scoreless. That defense was looking great. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to San Diego State, the Aztecs football team. And Napier is good. Jordan Napier, he is good. He's good. I should see him on the neck on Sundays. I'm just saying. But yeah, NBA Media Day. Do I believe in the Knicks? I have hope. The Eastern Conference is down. Boston's probably not gonna have Tatum. Indiana's probably not gonna have Holly. Atlanta looks like it's primed to make a run after getting KP to play with Trae Young. I don't know. The NBA, I really do feel like Oklahoma City could possibly win it again. And they'll be the first team in 7 years to win it back to back since the Warriors in 16. So anything's possible on that note. And that's what's great about basketball. Football is like, okay, it's the Chiefs and everybody else. Baseball, it's the Dodgers and everybody else. And basketball, it's like you got to play ball. You got to play ball, and and you got to build the right team around what you're looking for. So I'm looking forward to the Knicks having a great year this year. I do believe that we can get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I miss Tibbs already. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, but Tibbs this, Tibbs that." But I miss Tibbs. Tibbs was my guy. Tibbs made us relevant again. I used to be sad to tell people I was a Knicks fan. The way I feel about the Jets is how I used to feel about the Knicks. But now, like, the Knicks is The Knicks are actually good again, so I'm hyped about that. I'm hyped about I'm excited. I'm excited. So NBA Media Day. That's my pick for this year, the New York Knicks. Like I was gonna pick somebody else. Like, come on. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Um, with that being said, I'm about to get out of here. It's been a great show. But before I leave, I wanna share a song with you guys. Since we talking about Cardi B, I feel like it's only right to share one of my songs with you guys. I just made this the other day. I made the beat too. But let me know what you think. Hit me up on the YouTubes or whatever. Hold on. I want to play it on somewhere else. I want to play it somewhere else. Don't go nowhere yet. I was all up in the camera. Why didn't y'all tell me I was so close to the camera? That's so messed up, man. Y'all don't be telling me nothing. Got my boogers all in the camera and stuff. I'm about to fire on somebody. That's how Babe would say it. Baby, like, I'm about to fire on somebody. All right. Anyway, so here's my song. Let me know what you think later. Ignore me over here if I'm rocking out. Like I said, I made the beat. I wrote the lyrics. I mixed it. I think I did everything on this one. Don't talk about how I dance either. Y'all wish I could dance like me. Moving right to left, soon to do with my tassel. Cap that I'm hot, pretty closer to the sun, but I'm closer to the one. Different version of a pump, and the more when he done. That's reality rap. That's reality rap. Okay, I don't be lying. Sometimes I exaggerate though. Roll a chip, pull a chair, pour a sip of bourbon. No, you ain't going nowhere like you kissing bars. The glitter glimpse in person. Some of it's a mutual. The claim to be the GOAT are disputable, especially if we read between the lines, Roman numerals. Just being honest about it. But really, I guess then I could do without it. Well, who's the outlet? But you're moving ounces. And I can't pronounce it. In Broadhausen. Because the tree is loud. I think that's a great song. At least I thought it was when I made it. I love that song. I mean, I think it's a good song. I think especially the beat. To be honest with you, I wrote that song in probably like 20 minutes. I made the beat in like 15 minutes. Like I don't know. It was just one day I was just on one and it came together. Someone said once that they wanted to hear the intro song or whatever in full. So here you go. And then I'm getting out of here, I promise you. Unless you guys just want to sit here and just hang out with me and listen to me talk to myself. 'Cause you guys don't comment. How come you guys don't comment? Or do you guys comment on like Facebook or something and I can't see it or something? I don't know. Let me go check. I'm a Brooklyn boy. What the birth certificate say?
Jacoby Hospital.
Yeah. I was raised in the streets, but became a man in my teens. Was a goal, not a dream. Roll at the seams. But I've always been the one. Peep the stitching on the jeans. Being Scottie Pippen for the team. Anything to get a ring, it's me. I'm a winner. See that win in the mirror. Most bars stink like cat piss in a litter. More cons. Roll up and blow another. Doesn't matter what state he in. I smoked that L alone. Go ahead and face it, friend. That's what. Y'all wish I could dance like me, right? Okay, see now I can see y'all comments. Y'all was commenting on Facebook. Babe told me I'm gonna be a stealing nation. Never. My guy Fifth. What up, Fifth? You just got sucked too. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm getting out of here. It's been real. I wasn't feeling great today, but I popped up to do this show. I actually was going to cancel, but I was like, nah, I never be. I always be trying to cancel. So this is me showing up. Now this is me getting out of here. Have a great day, y'all. I should be back maybe one day this week, maybe next week. You never know. Just make sure you turn on your notifications. Or what else they do? I don't post a lot, so you could turn your notifications on me because usually when I post, it's probably something important. With that being said, peace, love, nappiness, whatever. What do people say when they go?